life really gets to be as easy or as hard as you want it to be, as effortful or as effortless, as much of a gift or as much of a hardship. Now, if you could really choose, and you had two buttons in front of you, and you're going to say, okay, which one is it going to be? Who would hit hardship? Who would hit struggle, strife, sacrifice? Who? I know for sure it wouldn't be me. And it hasn't been me. My whole life, even the moments where I thought this is just extraordinarily difficult, I'll never make it through. Even those moments, now that the choice and the perception shifts, even those I can see absolute ease, absolute grace, absolute effortless giving. And so, if you really could choose to experience life in such a way that each of these moments is presented to you as a complete gift, an incredible surprise, a magnificent presentation from the Creator, from the designer of life. Now, what would a life like that be like? Well, it'll be exactly like this. But that shift in perception, that twist of consciousness, that slight angle that you take on life, oh God, it changes absolutely everything. Every moment can come alive. The colors, the smells, the brightness, the uniqueness, the HD of life shines forth at you. From the bleakness of self-gratification and strife, the grabbing forth, the accumulation, the I can do it and I will make it if I try. It has its own rewards, doesn't it? It has magnificent rewards, otherwise we wouldn't all be plugged into it. And yet, it stands so bleak in comparison to this moment-to-moment divine revelation of life. Just this moment right now. Take a look around you. How is all this happening? How is it flashing forth at you in the way that it does? It seems ordinary, doesn't it? We're kind of used to it being this way. And yet if you just take a moment to notice, how am I even here? How is this experience of being human, of being alive, and having your heart pump, and having this body, and having all of these perceptions, how is this possible? And in that moment you can enter the mystery of the gift. Let's call it this way. So, as we live on this edge of the mystery, every subsequent moment, even though there is no subsequent moment, but as it seems to be revealed this way to perception, the sequential perception, every subsequent moment is like a gift. It's like a effortless, here you are, here it is, ta-da! And wow, what can you say but wow? And then sure, you get lost back in the story. You could, or might not, I don't know. But for me, and then one moment I'm like, oh no, but then I'm caught up in something, and I'm trying to make something happen in my mind. Some plans, some conniving strategy. But then in a single moment, poof! And all of a sudden, the aliveness of this moment, it strikes you deaf and dumb. Because there's absolutely nothing to add, nothing to subtract, nothing to change. It is just full of grace. Imagine that. And what if we didn't have to imagine it? What if in this moment, right here, right now, we'll we'll take this journey together. What if in this moment, right here, right now, you just sit back for a little quietness? You can maybe start closing your eyes. So with eyes closed or eyes open, whatever you choose. Just notice, what if in this moment you're to put aside everything you know? Everything you know is compress it into one single ball. Drop it. And let's be dumb as a bunny. I love bunnies, but let's just be completely unconcerned with anything, just for a moment. And out of this silence comes this voice that you're hearing right now. It's coming out of the silence for you just as it is coming out of the silence for me. There's no difference. I don't know what the words will be that I'm going to say next. I might as well stumble over one word or not, or I don't know what's coming. And so here, in each moment, if we stop analyzing the words, if we stop making meaning of it, each word in each moment is like a brand new. It cannot have a name. It's the brand new ineffable that's presented in each moment. Now if you open your eyes, you see the same thing. You see this screen, you see the person moving his arms, and you can take a look around you, and even as your head turns, the whole image of the world changes in such a way that you can't even predict it. Your mind says it can, and you can imagine, oh, if I turn my head this way, it will be like that. It will be right sometimes, but sometimes it's going to be completely wrong. Sometimes you turn your head and you see something you've never expected to see. You'll notice a pattern of the way that your bookshelf was for the last 10 years in a completely new pattern. Oh, what? Wow, it's like that. And so to live in this mystery is absolute effortlessness. To use your mind to create can also be absolute effortlessness if you keep the taste and the fragrance in your awareness. The taste and the fragrance of what? Of the mystery. And so when you cut yourself off from the mystery, what happens is that all of a sudden you take on this weight of being a body, of being an ego, of being a person, and of being on some journey. And sure, you are. But when that's disconnected from the mystery of this moment, oh God, it feels like you're carrying a sack of rocks around. So, to keep in touch with the ever-presenting revelation, here is that taste of effortlessness. Here's that taste of gift. Here's that taste of ease. And ever since this has been revealed to me, I've realized that all of my life is absolute ease, absolute effortlessness. Everything comes to me so easily. Yeah, tears come to me easily too, and so does anger, and so does pain, and so does the experience of suffering. But never does it take on the solidity that it has when you operate as an independent agent, also known as the ego. So try it out. To just have that taste and fragrance, it's more of a fragrance, I think, in this moment, of that ease, of that spontaneous revelation. And go forth and do something. Try writing something. Try making a video. Try doing whatever it is that you want to do. And see how that changes the experience. Because it does. I promise you it does. Enjoy.